Gott ist tot. Gott bleibt tot. Wir haben ihn umgebracht.
Wundt elméletét követve az orosz Iván Pavlov a viselkedés befolyásolhatóságát kutató állatkísérleteket folytatott.
Pavlov studied in Wilhelm Wundt's laboratory in Leipzig, Germany, in the late 1800s. And he experimented with dogs, with electrodes and stimulus response, denying privileges to denying rewards.
And he noticed that when you brought out some food in front of animals, dogs in particular, that they would begin to salivate. So he'd ring the bell at the same time that he brought the food out, and then eventually, instead of bringing the food out, he just rang the bell, and of course the dogs got all excited. He called that a conditioned reflex.
Pavlov első emberkísérleteit gyermekeken végezte. Kiukasztotta a kicsik arcát, hogy összegyűjthesse és megmérhesse a nyálukat.
Pavlovian conditioning became one of the major foundations of a lot of behavioral science research in the 20th century.
Az az elgondolás, hogy a viselkedést ismétlődő kondicionálással befolyásolni lehet, behaviorizmus néven vált ismertté.
The behaviorists believe that all children are animals and can be trained as animals. This was the view of behaviorists. As a matter of fact, John Watson, the most famous of the behaviorists, says that you have to treat human beings or look at human beings the way you would look at the ox you slaughter. See, the behavior is not interested in what's up in your head or your soul because they don't believe there is a soul.
Watson utóda, a harvardi pszichológus B.F. Skinner úgy gondolta, hogy a viselkedés valamennyi formáját lehetséges manipulálni a pszichológus céljai szerint.
Skinner developed what's called operant conditioning, where he was able to demonstrate you can change animal behavior by certain schedules of reinforcement, by giving them rewards at certain times, and then you can teach pigeons to play ping pong, for example, and you can teach rats to run mazes. And you can teach human beings to seek certain economic or societal rewards.
Skinner could actually shape new behavior patterns, and this actually was the sort of thing he quite soon became very famous for.
Leghírhettebb találmánya talán a Skinner doboz volt.
He was designing a Skinner box, which is something like a big playpen, but everything in it's controlled. The temperature's controlled, the light's controlled, and so on. And the idea is that you present children with certain stimuli that you want them to learn to react to.
Skinner közel egy évre saját lányát zárta be ebbe a patkányoknál használtakhoz hasonló dobozba.
The child was stimulated and had to respond in a certain way, like a chicken or a rat in a cage, because they firmly believe that children are animals. If you believe, though, that a child is a human being, you can't train him like a rat.
Ma összesen mintegy $40 millió fordítanak az adófizetők pénzéből az Egyesült Államok Országos Mentálhigiénés Intézete viselkedés pszichológiai kutatásaira. Ez az összeg 1948 óta összesen $19 milliárd tesz ki. Ezekkel a támogatásokkal a pszichiáterek ugyanolyan kondicionáló technikákat alkalmaznak, mint amilyeneket Pavlov, Watson és Skinner dolgozott ki. A fiatalkorú bűnözők egyik nevelőintézetében a gyerekeket 270 voltos feszültséggel sokkolják, elrettentő terápia címén.
Antoine was having a number of problems because he was up at a center that was shocking him every time he did anything. There was a button on a little, almost like a TV remote, that would be used and pushed.
They will get an additional shock for trying to remove the electrode. So they're expected to sit there and let this electricity pass through their skin without trying to remove it. If they yell in anticipation of the shock, they will shock the student an additional time for yell.
The cost to send a student to Judge Rottenberg from New York is about $214,000 per student. These students are tortured. They're given this electric shock therapy for no other reason but to inflict pain.